Hey Virgo, welcome to your general reading for the month of March. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura and I'm from babycurltarot.com. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into the reading, and we're going to be starting off with the Tea Leaf Oracle cards to see what people, situations, or general energy could be coming up for you this month. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March? All right, and Virgos, don't forget to leave a like and a comment if this video resonated for you, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I do monthly, mid-monthly, and occasional pick-a-cards here on YouTube, and I love sharing these messages with all of you, so I would love to see you come back for those in the future. Okay, let's see what we have. All right, Virgo, so we have the egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Awesome, love to see that. Love, love, love that. And we have the mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, interesting. I feel like for some of you, you guys may have like a coworker or someone that's just very pessimistic and stubborn, and that's where this mule is coming in. It's like you have to keep everybody hyped up and motivated to get things done. Oh boy. All right, well, let's go ahead and start getting into the tarot messages. I'm using the Super Lunaris Tarot this month. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March, specifically surrounding this egg and mule energy? What messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March? Let's see. We have the Page of Swords. We also have the Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords, with the Page of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. All right. You guys are really doing your all to make something happen this month. The Five of Swords definitely tells me like it's go time. Like you are in the midst of the battle. You're exhausted, you're tired, but you are more than ready to continue to fight and make it happen. Does that make sense? The Five of Pentacles definitely tells me that there's been maybe some struggles for you over the last couple of months, or at least recently. And so it's like, it's almost, I don't want to say exciting for you guys, but you are very, very determined. You're like, we have to make this happen. I don't know how much longer we can go on being stuck out here in the cold with nothing. No food, no water, no heat kind of a situation. Like we're out if we can't get this done. So you're really in grind mode right now. What's interesting is we have a Page of Swords and a Queen of Swords here on both ends of the reading. I am so interested to see who these could potentially be. I'm getting Queen of Swords energy as you, but that doesn't mean it has to be. The Page of Pentacles is really interesting in the reverse. This could talk about the stubborn mule. When I see the Page of Pentacles in reverse, I always think of the phrase, if you don't go into this with a plan, you're planning to fail, kind of a thing. So I feel like there's someone that you possibly work with who is probably a little inexperienced, or they're very, very jaded. Like they are just, oh, you know, things are never going to change, or I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. If this works, blah, 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 blah. That kind of a person. Very stubborn, very pessimistic, very bleh, don't like it. So you are, despite this person's energy, doing everything you absolutely can to turn whatever the situation is around. And it's almost to the point where you're like, you know what, if you're not going to get it together and you're not going to do what's best for us, whoever is with you on this journey, whether that's family, coworkers, whatever, then I'm going to put in the effort and I'm going to show you how it's done. I'm going to show you that your ideas are outdated, or You are, you know, basically holding this whole operation up. So I definitely feel like the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords could be both of your energies, but it could also just generally talk about the situation. So the Page of Swords talks about student energy, learning new things, learning how to apply certain methods or ideologies into practice and see how they can flourish and change a situation for the better. Now, the Queen of Swords is a little bit more experienced than the Page of Swords. Actually, she's a lot more experienced than the pages. So she's the one that's like seeking out the truth of the matter. She can determine, you know, what works and what won't. She definitely has more experience, so she's going to know in the long run how this could potentially play out. But with the Queen of Swords, at least in this deck with this imagery, I get a little bit more of like a playful vibe from her. It's like, why don't we think outside of the box a little bit? Yes, we know that this and this and this works, but why don't we try tweaking it a little bit and make it work for us in a different way? I like that. She's definitely a little bit more explorative than some of the other queens I see in other decks. In other decks, she seems a little bit more rigid, but here, this imagery just definitely gives me more play because she comes in the form of a belly dancer. She's fluid, she's flexible, she's not afraid to try something outside of the box, and I really like that about this imagery in this deck. For a lot of you, you guys are coming in as this Queen of Swords. You guys may be, I don't know if you guys are the oldest in your company. I mean, this Page of Pentacles could be the older person in the company, but they're acting like a child in this particular situation. But I feel like a lot of you guys are taking on the role of this Queen of Swords, and you guys are the ones that are willing to kind of break out of this traditional ideology or methodology in whatever system it is that you're working in. And I feel like there's a lot of people underneath you that are just, I mean, like this Page of Swords, he's holding out his sword. I feel like he's offering it to this queen. They're like, please lead us. Like, we need you to lead us. We need your guidance. And she's taking it on like, all right, well, let's make it happen. And that's definitely the energy I get from you guys at this point in time. I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying some things. I'm interested to see what the Five of Pentacles is talking about. Maybe get you guys some more information on the situation that's happening, and maybe look at the Queen of Swords and some advice for that energy. Let's look at the Five of Pentacles first. Spirit, can we please clarify the Five of Pentacles for my Virgos? What is this energy? Why is this energy here? Let's take a look. Okay, so we have the Five of Wands reversed, the Chariot reversed, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Very interesting. All right, so I feel like for a lot of you guys, there was some chaos that did definitely ensue. Take a look at where Cancer falls in your astrological natal chart if you have it available to you. Take a look at the house that Cancer falls into. Look at any planets that fall into Cancer. That may give you a slight idea of what this could mean for you or where in your life this is happening. Because this is a general reading, the energy could be very similar for a lot of you watching this, but it could be happening in different areas of your life. So I would definitely look at that if you're having trouble connecting this to something. But I feel like this King of Pentacles energy is somehow connected to this Page of Pentacles energy. Yeah. I feel like this King of Pentacles may have gotten like a little too cocky. You know, like I said earlier, they're very like, I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, because they didn't want to change or expand their mindset or guide their team or whoever in a direction that seemed almost very clear to take, they decided not to take that action. And because of that, here they are. So this Knight of Cups is also very interesting. The Knight of Cups is giving me this like opportunity that was missed. I know that's a weird thing to connect it with. But that's the energy I get. It's like chaos, not making a decision. Knight of Cups is just walking on out, walking away. Which put, again, a lot of you guys in a really bad, I don't want to say bad, but just put you in a worse off situation than had you actually taken the opportunity in the first place. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the Queen of Swords. Spirit, can we please clarify the Queen of Swords here? Can we clarify the Queen of Swords, please, for my Virgos? What is this energy about? High Priestess reversed, Page of Wands, Three of Wands, Strength card. Love it. You're definitely the leader here. You or someone you work with is taking on this leadership role because they recognize that this Page of Pentacles energy does not know what they're doing. They don't have a plan. And if they keep going and following this Page of Pentacles in reverse, everything is going to go to hell. So the Strength card, the Three of Wands, the Page of Wands is all giving fire energy. It's giving passion. They're very passionate about whatever the situation is, and so they don't want to see it, they don't want to see things get any worse than they already are. So they are looking at new opportunities, at different ways of doing things. How can we make things better, even better? And they're definitely, and with the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands here together, they're doing their research, they're exploring new fun things that they can incorporate or bring into maybe your company or bring into whatever space this is falling into for you guys. They're excited to try something new, and they want to explore all their options. And they're also trying to keep everybody else kind of motivated and excited at the same time by being the strongest leader that they can, by not losing their cool in the face of all this chaos. It's a very quiet internal strength. It's not like they may not be super boisterous and loud and energetic, but they definitely give people a sense of peace, calm. Everything's gonna be okay. We're gonna do this and this and that. Everything is gonna be very logically done. But it's going to be done with enthusiasm at the same time. Take a look and see where Cancer and Leo fall in your astrological natal chart as well. That can kind of help show you where your strengths and maybe your weaknesses are in terms of being this leader. And weaknesses, I don't mean like, a weakness, but maybe an opportunity, because the High Priestess is the only card in reverse here, and she's usually associated with like intuition. So I don't know if this is like a heads up from Spirit, like, hey, you're a great leader, you're very strong in the face of adversity or obstacles. However, here's an opportunity for you to work on that would probably help push you along even farther. So this could talk about really listening to your gut instincts and being more in tune with what you feel works for you, for your company, for your community, whatever, and really leaning into that instead of always being so logical, because the Queen of Swords can be a very by the book, facts and figures type of individual if she lets herself be. Now, the great thing about the court cards of the swords is not only are they looking at the like hard facts and truths of things on this earthly plane, but they're also able to connect to source or spirit and receive information from that energy as well. So I think Spirit is kind of telling you, like, don't let yourself get too caught up in the facts. Don't forget to also tap into your intuition, because that's going to also help take you a little bit further. All right, so just a little tip, a little insight for you guys there. Let's go ahead and start moving on to these oracle cards. I'm going to move on and work with the Moonology Manifestation Oracle first to get some additional messages for you for the month of March. Now, these could be completely related or not related. to the messages that we've received so far. Excuse me for that little mini burp. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have the new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Yeah, that's that high priestess energy. Go a little bit deeper. Not everything has to be facts. Not everything has to be logic. You know what I'm saying? We also have full moon in Scorpio. Breathe through the tension. I think you guys are doing a pretty good job of that, but you guys are just human like everyone else. So you do need to make sure that you take time for yourself. Give yourself time to woosah. You know what I'm saying? And at the bottom of the deck, we have the full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. I feel like a lot of you guys are putting so much pressure on yourselves to get this done and done right, so you guys don't end up losing what it is that you have so far. All right, let's move on to our next deck, which is the Daily Crystal Inspiration, for additional messages and to see if there's any crystals you guys can work with this month to help you through the situation, if you guys like working with crystals. All right, Spirit, what additional messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March? Let's see. Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. That's beautiful. Golden Healer Quartz. I think Golden Healer Quartz is good for the heart chakra, but it is a brown stone, so it could be really good for creativity as well. Generally, when I see this card, it definitely talks about allowing yourself to be open to more, right? So whether that's more information through your intuition, allowing yourself to trust certain people more, or put your trust in people a little bit more. I know my Virgos tend to be the types of people who like to get things done themselves instead of delegate. So maybe learning to delegate and trust people a little bit more could be helpful for you as well. And I get the feeling that Golden Healer Quartz is good with creativity. So again, stepping outside of the cold logical side of things and allowing your intuition and creativity to play a part as well could be really key for you guys. We also have Rose Quartz, open up your heart. Open the door and open your heart. Interesting. Very interesting. So another thing about the Queen of Swords is she can be, again, a very cold individual or a cold energy. Again, she's this very logical, straight to the facts type of person. So sometimes emotions are not like something she prefers to deal with or work with. So I think Spirit is telling you here, like, definitely bring some sensitivity and emotion to the table. Allow yourself to be open to people helping you, offering advice, things like that. Just because you have a lot of information doesn't mean that you have all the information, right? So staying open to those things, that the guidance and that help can be really, really helpful to you this month. At the bottom of the deck, we also have Iolite, shift your money mindset. All right. Yeah, I had a feeling that this was definitely about business for a lot of you guys, or maybe it's just finances in general. Again, it could be family finances. It could be, I don't know, your partner's finances or both of your finances. It could be a bunch of things, but I do get the feeling with the Five of Pentacles, this is financial loss of some kind, or the feeling of like things just slowly slipping out of your control, feeling like you are going to be, I don't particularly like using the word broke, but I mean, that's the feeling I get from some of you guys. I always tell my people on Instagram, I was gonna say my friends, my followers, my friends on Instagram, don't go complaining about the things you don't have, because you're basically telling the universe that you want more of that. Okay, so we don't want that. We want to uplift ourselves. We want to talk positively and be grateful about the things that we do have, and that way the universe will send more of that to you. All right, so final deck of the reading is going to be the African Goddess Rising Oracle. I am going to be reading from the guidebook on this deck because I'm still getting familiar with it, but I love the messages that come from this deck, so I wanted to share it with you all this month. Spirit, what final messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March? What final messages do you have for my Virgos for the month of March? And I'm only pulling one card from this deck. You have Queen Nandi, and it says intuition. I feel like I said something about that, didn't I? Intuition. All right, let's see what the book has to say about Queen Nandi. Queen Nandi, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. What is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye, where it's at the center of your forehead, and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? Then follow your first instinct. The Creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down, go for a walking meditation, be present with nature, and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, see, and sense your guidance. I am knowing. Yeah. Again, so it's not always about the facts and figures. It also takes a little bit of divine guidance, a little bit of intuition for you to get the goals that you want to see done. All right, Virgos, please leave a like and a comment if this resonated, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. I also do personal readings, and if you want to link up with me, you can find me through my website, which is below in the description box. If you want to see more content from me, you can find me on Patreon, TikTok, and Instagram, and all that info is below as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful March, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.